Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
And sports specialist, and we hope you're keeping safe, active and healthy at home or at school. This PE lesson is aimed at children in years 1 and 2, so key stage 1 classes, and it's going to be concerning working on balance. We're going to be learning how to improve our balance and why balance is so important today, and we're going to try and get better at keeping our bodies nice and still, so not wobbling too much, and keeping control when we balance. So for this particular activity, you won't need any equipment. You just need some clear space at home or wherever you're working and lots of enthusiasm. So if you'd like to pause the video and make sure you've got a clear space to work in, and let's get ready to start. Okay, so for balancing, we're going to be looking at static balance, so balance while we're staying still, and dynamic balances whilst we're moving. And when we do lots of things in our PE lessons and sports and activities, it's really important that we stay balanced. Some of you might be learning to ride a bike or can already ride a bike. And riding a bike is really important that we stay balanced, otherwise we wobble and topple over. When we're jumping on trampolines or when we're moving along, if we're not balanced, we'll fall over. So it's really, really important. So we're going to work on our static balance first, our balance while we're staying still. Okay, so what we're going to do is just see if we can stay still like a flamingo, because flamingos are so clever. They stay still for so long on just one foot. So this is our flamingo balance to begin with. So we're going to stand with just one foot in the space that we're in, and we're going to try and lift the other foot off the floor. Okay, now it's up to you. You can have your knee out in front, you can have it out to the side, and I'd encourage you to have your arms out to the side to help you stay really still and controlled. Okay, so once you've got that position, we're going to count to 10 together to see if we can stay really still without wobbling. Okay, some of you might have been doing it already for 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Now we're going to try and do the same thing on the other foot. So let's get our balance first, because sometimes balancing on one foot is easier than the other. Don't forget, we're going to use the arms out to the side to keep our body nice and still and upright, and be like that flamingo, staying really still and controlled. Okay, let's get ready for our 10-second countdown again. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Did you manage to hold it for 10 seconds without stopping, without wobbling or falling over? If it was a little bit tricky, have another go. See if you can do it for a little bit longer each time and beat your personal best. This time we're going to do some movement and some action before we do our flamingo balance, which is sometimes a little bit tricky if we've been moving and then we need to stay really still. So we're going to start by just doing some gentle jogging around the space that we're in. And if I say the keyword flamingos, I want you to stop what you're doing, choose a foot to keep on the floor and get into that flamingo balanced shape or position. Okay, and you can only start moving when I say go again. So you don't know how long you're going to have to keep a flamingo balance still for. Right, guys, let's get going. So just jogging in the space that you're in. Depending on how much space you've got, you might need to change direction a fair bit so you don't knock into anything. And flamingos. Oh, I'm going to choose to balance my left leg this time. Staying really still with my arms out to the side so I don't wobble. And off we go again. Are you with me? Are you still moving around the room? Flamingos. I'm going to balance on my other foot this time, so I've got my right leg on the floor this time. Good job, guys. Have you got your arms out to the side for you keeping your body still? And go. Flamingo. Good job. Flamingos. Ooh, I was a little bit wobbly that time. Now, if you want even more of a challenge, if that's too easy, see if you can come up onto your tiptoes and keeping your flamingo balance. That's really hard. I wonder if anybody at home can come up on their tiptoes and hold their flamingo balance too. Excellent. Okay, and you can do that activity with any sort of action in between. So this time, I'm going to play around with the actions I do in between. So I'm not just going to jog. Sometimes I might hop. Sometimes I might do a step hop or skip. Sometimes I might do a jump or a bunny hop. And then I'm still going to say the word flamingo. So if you want to copy me, you can. Otherwise, you can come up with your own ways of travelling in between your still shapes. Let's go, guys. I'm going to begin with a hop, as I'm getting used to moving just on, keeping still on one body part. And then I'm going to turn my hop into a step hop or skipping action. I wonder if you can skip, guys. Sometimes that's tricky, isn't it, to get the rhythm. Think about doing the opposite knee to opposite elbow as well. Step hop, flamingos. Whoa, had you forgotten that you needed to keep still as well? Good job, guys, good balancing. And let's go again. This time I'm going to do some jumping, like a kangaroo. I'm jumping 2 feet to 2 feet. Are you copying me, or are you doing a different way of travelling? And flamingos. Much harder when you've been moving around. Good job, guys. This time I'm going to do a bunny hop. So I'm going to do hands first, then both feet to meet them. Hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet. Are you copying my bunny hop, or a different way of travelling? And flamingos. Ooh, I'm going to have to go from low to high this time. That's a little bit tricky. Ooh, definitely hard to control and balance that time. Good job, guys. And again, you can do that one for as long as you like, seeing if you can maybe even copy somebody at home. They could lead the actions and then see if you can do the same actions, and then maybe have a go at leading them and see if they can copy you. Okay, if you want to pause the video there, and then we'll move on to the next activity. Hi, welcome back year 1 and 2. Hopefully you're nice and warm from our flamingo balance warm-up and ready to do some more balance work. This part, we're going to be looking at static balances, so balances where we're staying really still. And if you've ever done any yoga at home or at school, those sort of activities are really good at trying to keep in still shapes and controlling your body. So in the clear space that you have, we're going to get into some different body positions, trying to keep our bodies really still. So the first one is in a seated position, so on our bottoms. And starting off really easy, we're going to keep 2 feet on the floor, and we're just going to take one hand away and try and keep our body as still as a statue. Okay, and you could try and do that with either arm. See if you can keep really, really still. That should be pretty easy. So this is 2 feet and one hand on the floor. A bit like a game of Twister. This time we're going to make it a little bit trickier by having 2 hands on the floor, but taking 1 foot away. Okay, and that one's a little bit harder. And you can again try that with either foot. See if you can keep control of your body. Okay, we're going to do our countdown now to see if we can hold each of those shapes for 10 seconds without wobbling and losing control. So it's really important that you concentrate year 1 and 2 so you don't lose your balance. So let's begin with the 2 feet on the floor and 1 hand taken away. Okay, I've got my right hand up in the air. Wonder if you've got the same. And we're going to hold this for 10 seconds, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy. Now let's do it on the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Right, now we're going to put both hands flat on the floor and we're going to take a foot away for 10 seconds. And it's up to you. If you can get that leg really straight, it really works your tummy muscles as well. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. I wonder if you can be just as good on the other foot. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So still staying in a seated position on our bottom. This time we're going to take more body parts away. So this time we're going to try with 1 foot on the floor and 1 hand on the floor. Okay, and I've got my right foot and my left hand so that I've got an equal amount of balance on either part of my body. So can you leave your right foot and your left hand on the floor and then take your left foot and your right hand away? Give us away. Good job, guys. Should we hold that? Excellent. Do you think you can do that for 10 seconds without wobbling? Let's see if you can. I'm not sure. So I've got my left hand on the floor, my right foot on the floor, and the other 2 parts are in the air. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you do it with control, guys? Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So this time you're going to keep your right foot on the floor and your left hand, and then take the others away. So I've got my left foot in the air and my right hand in the floor. And give us away, guys. Good job. Are you keeping your body still and controlled other than waving? Right. Do you think you could do that for 10 seconds without losing control? Are we ready? So Left foot in the floor, right hand on the floor. Left foot off the floor, right hand off the floor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Well, now it starts to get a little bit tricky again. So this time, we're going to try and do it with just one foot on the floor. So we're going to take 2 hands off and 1 foot off. It's up to you what you do with your hands. They could be up here, they could be out in front, they could be out to the side. You can choose. Okay, so this time just got 1 foot on the floor. Do you think you can do that one without wobbling for 10 seconds? Oh, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's go on the other side as well. So this time I've got my left foot on the floor, my right hand in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess what's coming next? So this time the feet are off the floor and we're only going to have 1 hand on the floor. So you choose, is it going to be your right hand or is it going to be your left hand that's keeping you up? You've still got your bottom there, but don't forget you've got a hand this time. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a toughie. Now, if we've done it on that side, we've got to do it on the other side too. So this time, I've got my right hand on the floor, and my feet are off the floor, and my left hand's in the air. Are we ready? Can you stay still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, guys, you're doing so well. Now, the final challenge in a seated position on our bottoms is to see if we can do it with both hands and both feet off of the floor. Maybe see if you can give it a go to start with. Oh, good job. And again, it's up to you what you do with your hands, whether you want them above your head, out to the side, crossed in front, so you don't use them. It's up to you. And with your legs, it's trickier if the legs are straight. So it's up to you. You can have bent legs. It makes it a little bit easier. You could even try 1 leg bent, 1 leg straight. Or if you want a really difficult challenge, have both legs straight. So you decide your level, guys. Okay, so this time, only our bottoms on the floor. Are we ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, and that's one you can practice at home when you're watching telly. Or anything that you're doing at home, you can practice doing those to see if you can hold those balances for maybe even longer than 10 seconds, or try and get your legs even straighter. You could also challenge siblings at home or anybody in your household to see if they can hold some of those still shapes really well. Okay, we're going to try now some static balances, so balances whilst we're still in a different position now. So we're not going to be on our bottoms anymore. We're going to be on our hands and our knees, which is called a mini plank position. So this is what it's going to look like. We'll make a box with our body. So we've got 2 hands and they are flat on the mat, and on our knees and we've got a nice straight back. Okay, now this time we're going to see if we can take some of our hands and our feet away like before. So shall we see if we can keep both hands on the floor but take a leg away? Oh, that's tricky because we can start to wobble from one side to the other, guys. But can you do it keeping still? Okay, so that you know what you're going to do now, and can you remember how long we do it for? That's right, 10 seconds without wobbling. Should we give that a go? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Were you able to do it without wobbling? Now we need to do the other side. So again, I'm going to take a leg away and keep both hands on our mat or on the floor. Can we do it for 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now this time we're going to keep our knees on the floor and we're going to take a hand away. And it's up to you which arm you do. Okay, and we're going to see if we can hold that for 10 seconds in our mini plank or box position. Okay, so get your nice position to start with here, 1, 2, and then when you're ready, take your hands away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. That one's a bit easier, isn't it? And let's try it on the other arm just to make sure we're nice and balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Any ideas how we can challenge ourselves if that one was a little bit easy? We tried 1 leg off and we tried 1 arm off. Ooh, I wonder if you've guessed it. 1 arm and 1 leg at the same time. That's really tricky, guys. I'm not sure you're up to it. Let's give it a go. So I'm going to try my left leg and my right arm. And oh, it's not too bad, not too wobbly. And I'm going to try the other side as well. See if I can do that one. That's not too bad either. Now if I try and do my right arm and my right leg, ooh, that makes it really off balance. So I might have to think about opposites. So left and right are opposite. So I wonder if when you try and take a foot away and a hand away, you can stay balanced as well. Have a go, guys, because there's different combinations of doing this one. Welcome back. Right, so we've now had to go a number of different static balances on our bottoms in a seated position and on our knees and our hands in a mini plank position. For the next activity, you're going to need a partner. And for this one, you're going to do some different activities where you're sitting on your bottom, facing your partner to see if you can keep your balance. So if you want to pause the video there and grab someone at home, see if they can come and help you with this part of the video. Welcome back, year 1 and 2. So hopefully you've got your partner now, somebody in your household, and ready to continue working on your balance with your partner. So you need to try and sit face to face with your partner with your feet touching. A little bit tricky with my daughter, she's in year 1, very little feet, but I'm going to touch feet with my feet, and we're going to hold 2 hands to begin with. And what we're going to practice doing is seeing if we can lean in together, good girl, and then lean back, still holding hands, still touching feet, and then lean in together. Very flexible, and lean back. And one more time, leaning in, keep your knees together, and lean back. Right, now you probably remember the nursery rhyme, row, row, row your boat. So this time we're going to see if we can row forwards and backwards. So we're going to take it in turns to lean forward and back. And this time we're going to make sure we're always keeping our hands and our feet together too. Are you ready? Right, you're going to go backwards first, and I'm going to go forwards. That's it, forwards. And are you staying on your bottoms, keeping your balance? Try and keep those knees together, nice and tight. Oh, lost your balance a little there. Keep your knees tight together, Athena. That's it. Make sure those feet are touching. Good job. Don't try and do it too hard or too fast, because then it gets a little bit trickier. Now, because we did a good job at row your boat forwards and backwards with 2 hands, what do you think the challenge is going to be? 1 hand. So decide which hand you're going to use. I'm going to go my right, and Athena's chosen her right as well, so we're going to do so that we mirror each other. And this time, we can't use our left hands. See if we can still row the boat and still keep in our balanced shape. Right, knees together, feet touching, and go. You're going to lean back first. Good. Ooh, see if you can do it without that hand touching the mat as well. Athena, slow down. Good job. Ooh, got a different grip. Good job. Can you feel that in your tummy? Yeah? Right, now let's see if we can do it with our other hand. So this time we've got left hand to left hand mirroring each other. Feet, knees together. Right, you're going to go lean backwards first. Go. Is it harder on your left hand? Just 1 hand. Take that hand away. No cheating. Good job. Keeping that balanced position. Knees together. Okay, now we've gone forwards and backwards. There's another direction we could go. What do you think? What's that called?
Side to side.
Side to side. This is a little bit trickier, so we might need to use 2 hands again. Right, keep in that tuck position, so knees together, feet together, and see if you can lean. Find that point, and then go back the other way. Oh, it's tricky to row your boat. It's very choppy out here. Whoa. Really tricky one, going side to side. Try and hold that balance, Athena. Yeah, much trickier. Okay, if you want to have a go at copying any of those actions, or maybe you can come up with some of your own partner balances too. Good job, everybody. Sure. Hi, welcome back, everybody. So we've been doing a little bit of dynamic balance with our partners, balancing whilst we're moving, and now we're going to do some other dynamic balancing, which involves some jumping. So I'm going to use my daughter again, who's in a space there, standing on her feet, and she's going to have a go to see if she can jump and land with balance. And in lots of different sports and activities in PE lesson, we do jumping. And if we didn't land with balance, we'd fall over onto our bottoms, and that wouldn't be very good. So we need to make sure we're controlled when we land and make sure we've got balance. So what do we need to do to make sure we're balanced when we land? What do we need to do with our body,
Get
Athena?
our arms out.
Okay, our arms help us to balance and stop us from wobbling. Is there anything else we need to do to make sure that we're balanced when we land? What do we need to do with these when we land? Do we keep our legs straight or do we bend our knees? We bend our knees. So it's really important that you have nice soft knees and soft ankles when you land so you don't hurt yourself. So Athena's going to do a 2-foot to 2-footed jump. So start on 2 and land on 2. And she's going to see if she can do a quarter turn. So she's going to start facing us and then she's going to do a quarter turn to see if she can land facing the garden. All right? And see if she can do that with balance, so not wobble on her landing. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, jump. Good job. Don't forget to bend those knees when you land. Right, and in a minute we're going to do another quarter turn to face the television at the back of the room. See if you can do it when you're ready. 3, 2, 1, jump. Good job. Try and keep those feet really still when you land. Okay, another quarter turn this time to face the door. And 3, 2, 1, jump. Good job. And that means we've got to do one more quarter turn to do a full circle. So this time you're going to face us. 3, 2, 1, jump. Good job. It's hard to keep your feet still, isn't it? If you want to challenge yourself, you could put something on the floor. It needs to be something fairly flat. At school, we tend to use the rubber spots, the little circles, but they might be difficult to find at home. So it could be that you put a piece of paper on the floor, or if you're outside, you could chalk something on the floor to see if you can start and land in the same place every time. Now, we're going to make it a little bit tricky because Athena's going to have a go and see if she can land on a cushion. So it's really important that she bends her knees when she lands this time. And Athena, we're not going to do a hot quarter turn. We're just going to see if we can start on the cushion and land on the cushion. So begin on the cushion for me. And you're going to do a big jump up high and then land on the cushion again. Go for it. Whoa, wibbly wobbly on the landing. Have another try. See if you can get really balanced. That was a better one. Don't forget to bend those knees and use the arms out in front to help you to stop wobbling. Have another go. Wow, was that a bit of a tough jump, Athena? Wow, so you could have a go to see if you could start and end on a cushion or something else in your house if people don't want you to use cushions, because this makes it a little bit trickier because it's a wobbly surface to start on and a wobbly surface to land on, so it makes it much harder to land without wobbling. Let's have one more go, Athena. Good job. And then a further challenge would be, can she still do the quarter turns, but this time landing on her cushion? Have a go, Athena. Can you do a quarter turn? And another one. Oh, it's even better. Super, look at that. A further challenge might be to try and do a half turn. So cut out the quarter and go all the way to the telly. What do you reckon? Can you jump and face the telly? Still doing the quarters. Good try. So try any combinations you like and see if you can keep your balance. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. Until next time, stay safe, stay active, stay healthy.